Yes, can anyone tell me? Yes, what we saw in the service model. Do you remember this term ISS, then PSS, and then SaaS? Terms, three terms: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Okay, so in that, what is the infrastructure as a service? The service, okay, or something that provides you infrastructure as their service. Okay, second one is a PSS, that is platform as a service. So what it indicates that there is some company or something which simply gives you a platform where you can actually build your application or you can perform your application. Okay, so here AWS is an example of platform as a service. Understood? Okay, so now we'll see how to launch cloud 9. Okay, and then we'll see how to perform the collaboration. Now what is the meaning of collaboration, or the term collaboration, what it means? What is collaboration? The meaning of collaboration, what do you know, like what is the collaboration meaning? Yes, anyone? To work together. Yes, correct. So to work together means what? To understand each other requirements, okay, to consider each other changes and then work together, right? So here in AWS, again, we are going to see how the two different users can work together, okay? Now we see we utilize so many services, okay, which are available on the Gmail, on any other software, okay? Now we are exactly going to see how it works, okay, how they develop these services. Okay, so we are simply going to see the basic of it. So please open AWS account. So you will get to say AWS Management Console. Are you getting this screen? This one, AWS Management Console. Just type yes or no in the chat box so that I'll go to the next one. Yes or no? Are you getting this screen? So don't share. Just tell me yes or no. Yes, okay. Now here, see in the search box, you can type Cloud9, or I have, since I have already performed some what you called as the services. That is why it is, you can see recently visited services. So these are the services I have recently visited. Okay, since you guys are new to the services, click on the all service, and in all service, just simply go to the development tool, developer tools. Here, can you see? Just scroll down, find the developer tools, and here you can see Cloud9. Just simply click on the Cloud9. Done? Yes? Are you getting this screen? Repeat. Okay. Okay, see. AWS Management Console, this is a screen. Which experiment? This is Advanced DevOps first experiment. So if you cooperate and if you do the steps properly, then we will finish these experiments within, I think, like 15 to 20 minutes. That's it. See now here, click on the all service, then simply scroll down. and search for the developer tool. Here you will see a developer tools. Okay. Now here Cloud9, search for the Cloud9. We'll see a Cloud IDE and click on the Cloud9. This is the first step. So are you getting this screen? So here I have already created an environment. That is why they are showing me my environment. Okay. Whereas you guys are doing it for the first time, so this there will be nothing. Okay. So are you getting this four option: open ID, view details, edit, delete, and create environment? Yes. Okay. Yes. What about the others? Yes or no? How come? Yes. What about the others? One student is not getting it. Okay. One is saying he's getting it. Okay. What about the other? Okay. Shubham, what is your problem? Like, why you're not getting it? We just check. Now here, create environment is there. Okay, so please click on the create environment like this. Done. Then you will get this screen. Name of the environment where they will ask you to name your environment. Okay. So now here, please type new IDE. See, here you can actually give any name, but right now I want you to follow the same steps so that once you understood how to create the environment, so later in the next environment you can create your own thing. Okay, so new IDE description. This one is optional. So if you want to write anything related to your ID, like why are we using this environment, so you can give this. Okay, you can give a short description. So here I am giving that this is for testing purpose. Okay, this description is optional. If you want to write, you can write it, or else it's okay. Done with these two steps. Yes. Okay. Yes. What about the other?
Ma'am, do we have to take any screen snaps?
No, don't take a screenshot. This one I have already taken a screenshot for it. We'll go to, after the environment, after creating the environment, we'll take a screenshot. Okay. Now click on the next step. After writing this, click on the next step. Now it will lead you to the environment setting. Okay. Now see here, two important things that you have to make sure. First one, create new EC2 instance for environment direct access. Okay. By default, they will show you this one. Okay. So this one is correct. Okay. Then next one in instance type, since we all are using a free tier account, means we are not paying anything. Okay. And we are using it for the educational users or exploration like that. So make sure your instance type is T2 point micro 1 GB RAM plus 1 V CPU. Okay. Make sure you are selecting only this instant type. If you select this one or the other one, okay, they will simply charge you. Okay. Got it? So please check these 2 points are there. Yes. Then scroll down. For platform, they will show you the recommended one, that is Amazon Linux 2. So keep it as it is. Okay. Then next one, here you will see cost saving settings. After 30 minutes, default is there. IAM role, and IAM role is already defined, is given by default only by AWS. Done. So these four steps are clear. Don't click on the next step. Okay, just let me finish it. These four steps are clear. Yes or no? See, without your interaction कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आएगा. Okay, good. Now here you can see network settings advanced. Okay, their option. Click on this thing. There are two options are there. One is network VPC, second one is subnet. Okay. Now here VPC is by default is there. So keep it as it is. Next one in subnet, what they are showing is no preference, default subnet in any availability zone. Click on the down arrow and here click on the US East 1A. This one. Again, I'll show you. Down arrow, US East 1A. Click on this subnet. Done. Now here you can see just beside your name, there is a, they will simply ask you to select the region. Okay. So here also select US East 1, this one, the first one, and Virginia. Please select this region. Done. I've already selected this one.
Ma'am, it is different.
What is different?
It is different in my PC.
Are you not getting this? This one
Ma'am,
both.
if we select that, the entire page refreshed and we'll have to do all the steps again.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay, it's okay, no problem. Environment is anyways not created, so you can see. See here, it is not created. Okay. To create, make sure you have selected this one, US East 1 and Virginia. Then again give the name. What was our name? New ID, you know. It was same name, right? New ID, or what was the name? I forgot.
New ID.
Same, right?
Yeah.
With spelling. Okay. Follow the same step, next step. Then make sure create new EC2 and T2.micro is there. Amazon Linux 2 recommended, yes. After 30 minutes default, this one. Go to network setting, VPC, it's by default is there, availability zone, first A. Done. Done with these steps. Done with these steps.
Ma'am, in my there is there is given 2A, 2B, 2C,
Okay,
US
so
East.
can you just see here what is the matching? Is see US East one is there. Okay. So simply try to match over here.
Ma'am,
Ha.
which one?
See, like here, I have selected US East one. Okay. That is why I am selecting over here US East 1A. Like that. So अगर आपके पास 2A और 2B है, so make sure कि ये region and ये region same होना चाहिए.
Ma'am, which region are same?
See, wait, this one. You can also select US East 2 since the dependencies and availability are more there in this one, US East 1.
Ma'am, in my PC there is given US is 2. So,
It's
uh,
okay, it's okay. To select
so
US
can
East.
I select 2A?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Just make sure that remember it, okay? That you have selected this US 2A. Done. Now after that, simply click on the next step. Now they will simply give you the name, description, environment type, instance type, subnet, platform, cost saving, and IAM role. Okay. So now please take screenshot for this one, this whole screen. Environment name settings, and then create environment. Take a screenshot of it. Done. And save it in your experiment one folder for advanced DevOps. Done. Now click on the create environment. So it will take some time. Select this. Now it depends on your internet.
Ma'am, we have to take a screenshot of above part of that page or below?
Above part, where your
Okay.
information are given, no, for there. After taking screenshot, please click on the create environment and just wait for some time. And just let me know once you have done. See, here you can see new IDE, that is my environment, Cloud9. Welcome to your development environment. And this is a screen. Here, this is the command prompt. You can simply adjust according to your screen size. Okay. So are you getting this screen? This one? Wait. Okay. So those who have finished, please take a screenshot of it. So it is a proof that you have created your Cloud9 with the name, and R is what your name. This is what my account name starts with. So your account name start with a different initial letter. So please take a screenshot of this and save it in
Ma'am,
again.
that R is showing for the root account.
Yeah, yeah. So root account or name account?
Ma'am, it's showing root. If you hover over it, it will show.
It's your root now. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Yes, done. I think Shubham is waiting. Okay. So now what we'll do is, please open the new tab and again open your AWS account. Let me show you. See here, I have opened a new tab. Okay. And again open your AWS free tier account. We need to do some setup. So we'll keep the Cloud9 tab open and then we'll reopen the new account. Sorry, the same account in new tab. Done? Yes or no? Then okay. Now here in the search box, please type IAM. That is I am user wala thing. Okay. So you will get this one service IAM. Now here in IAM, please click on the users. So you can see top feature and that user is there. So please click on the users. As you can see, I've already created one user. So I'm gonna add new user in it. Okay. Are you getting this screen after clicking the users? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Good. Now click on the add user. Click on the add user. Here you have to type the username. Okay. So let's say advanced user. So please type the username. Then just scroll down. Then after that, you can see there are two access type is there. Okay. So here, click on the AWS Management Console access. See here, AWS Management Console access. Then again scroll down. Then they will ask you require password reset. What it shows that user must create a new password. तो हम लोग को वैसे करना ही नहीं है. Okay, we'll keep it as a auto generated password. So please uncheck this box. Done with these three steps. First give your name. Then in access type, click on the AWS Management Console access. In console password, click on the auto-generated password and simply uncheck it. Required password reset.
Ma'am, we have to give our name or ADV user.
Give any name. Give any name. Right now, give ADV user only.
Okay, ma'am.
So you can create the multiple environment with multiple passwords. No issue. Done. Make sure you're simply unchecking this one, a required password reset. Otherwise, you have to create the next password for every login. After that, simply click on the next permission. Done. Are you getting this screen? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now next one here, can you see the create group? Please click on the create group. See, I have already created a one group. Okay, now I want to create a new group. So here, click on the create group. Now they will ask for the group name. Okay, so I'll put uh, um, DevOps group. You can give any group name. Right now, keep this DevOps group. Yeah, click on the create group. Then they will ask you for to provide a group name. So simply click write the DevOps group. Done. After that, click on the create group. See, so here you can see your group name and attach policies none. Are you getting this screen? This one with your group name. Okay, now take a screenshot of it. Make sure to highlight your group name. Whatever you're taking the screenshot, make sure you should highlight the important points. Just let me know once you are done with it. Done. Okay. So now here, next is we'll click on the next tab. This one is optional. Okay, so don't write anything since you don't know any keys or values. Click on the next review. Don't write anything over here. It's an optional thing. So just keep it. Click on the next review. Now take a screenshot of this screen. What is a review? This is your username, that is ADB user. This is your access type. Console password type is auto generated. Required password no. Permission boundary is not set. And this is your group name. So please take a screenshot of this whole scene and save it.
Ma'am, you are muted.
Okay, my bad. Sorry. See, this is the message you are getting success that you have successfully created the user. This is your username. This is the password. Okay, if you want to see your password, you can click over here, show. Okay, if you don't want to see it and hide it. Now, please take a screenshot of it. Highlight this point, your user and successfully, this one. highlighted these 2 points. Okay. Done. After this, yeah, sure, sure. I'll help you in Jenkins explain. Don't worry. See, we have a 1 week left. Okay. Done with taking screenshot and everything. Just let me know yes or no. Yes. Okay. Now see here, password. Click on the show button and simply copy this password. The password. Okay. Simply copy it. Why? Because we need it in the next steps. You must have selected the close one, right? Please copy this password and after that click on the close button. Done. So here you will see your username and the group. Like in DevOps group, ADB user is there. So are you getting this one? Are you getting this screen? Advanced user and DevOps group. Yes, okay. So please take a screenshot of it and highlight your username and your groups. Username and group name. Done. Okay. Now see on the left hand side here under the access management there is one term called as a user group. Please click on the user group. See here you will see DevOps group, the group name which you have created, the permission is not defined. Okay. So now we have to give them a policy, we have to give them a permission. Okay. So please take a screenshot of it first because it is a before and after type. Take a screenshot of it and highlight that permission is not defined. Please, ma'am, repeat again. See here, click on the user group. In user group, you will see your group name. Okay. So please take a screenshot of this group name where the first one is permission not defined. So please take a screenshot of this screen. Done? What permission do I have to the user? Yeah, that we will do in the next steps. After attaching the policy, we'll see that. See here. After attaching the policy, you can see my permissions are granted. Okay, this one I have created 15 hours ago. You can also see the creation time. Okay, done. Now here, click on your group name. Then go to the permission. Are you here? Group name and then go to the permission. Okay. Now here you can see add permission is there. Click on the add permission and there is a first one that is attach policies. So please click on the attach policy, add permission and attach policy. Just let me know once you are finished, so I'll go to the next one. Add permission and then attach policies. Done? Okay, so I'll go to the next one. Okay, so now they will ask you for the permission. Okay, so see here you can see the descriptions also. Permission means what? You manage the access in AWS by creating and attaching to IAM user. Okay, we have created IAM user. Yes, this one is created. Now we want permission. तो अभी हम लोग ने कौन सा environment use किया है? We have launched the Cloud9. Okay, so that is why we'll search Cloud9. So please type Cloud9 and press enter. Done. Are you getting these 4 types? AWS Cloud9 environment member, administrator, user, and instance profile, and only which are related to Cloud9. Are you getting this screen? Yes, correct. Now here, please click on the first one. We are interested in environment member. Policy name environment member. Please click. Done. Now take a screenshot. No, don't take a screenshot. Click on the add permission. See here on the top, you will get this message. Policies attached to this user group. And then you can see this one, policies. AWS Cloud9 environment member, permission policies. Are you getting this one? This policy name?
Ma'am, it is showing attached entities as 1.
Attach, because I have already created the first one. No, see web app. I've already created the user, right? That is why it is showing me the attached entities 2. Since you guys are doing for the first time, that is why it will show you the attached entities 1. Understood the difference? So in the next time when you want to again create the user, no, or if you want to attach this Cloud9 to that, they will show you the attached entities 2 or 3. Now please take a screenshot of this one and try make sure to highlight this Cloud9 environment member and policy name. Yeah, you have to take a screenshot. Just let me know once you are finished. Done? Okay. Now please go back to your Cloud9 environment. I'll simply switch to there. Just wait for a minute. Go back to your Cloud9 environment tab. Done? Okay. Now here, see you can close this welcome. Okay. And please just adjust this terminal like this so you can see the command and you can take a screenshot easily. Okay. Now here, can you see the new IDE, that is your username or group name or the ID which is already given. Now we want to simply collaborate this ID with the another one. Okay. So now I'll type the command. So please repeat it. Just wait a minute. Can you see this command? AWS IAM get dash user. Is it visible to all of you? This command AWS IAM get dot user. I have
Yes,
taken a
ma'am.
screenshot, but these practical, मतलब ये अगर रहेगा तो that will be better. Click on the enter.
Ma'am, get an hyphen, right?
Yeah. Click enter. So they will give you the information, that is your user, the password last used, this is the date, the time, creation date, this is your user ID, and root here. So are you getting this 1 2 3 4 5 lines? Yeah, there is no space between IAM. Just simply write down as it is. Don't put any space or comma or colon. Are you getting this one? Okay, good. Now please take a screenshot and highlight this command, because in Viva they may ask you just give us the details in the Cloud9. So which command is used to give details in the Cloud9? So this one, AWS IAM get user.
Ma'am, we have to take a screenshot of whole screen or
No, no,
only
no.
that
Stick to
code?
this one. Only this one. The black
Okay, ma'am.
screen. Yeah. Don't take a screenshot of whole screen now, since you are performing on your laptop only. So don't take a screenshot of whole screen. See, why error? Because you may have some mistake. Done this one. Just let me know once you're finished. Done? Okay. Now please type git config. Let me type it. Git config, then dash global space user dot name, then space colon, and here your git username will come. If you don't know your git username, please open a GitHub account and see what is your git username. Mine is Saili Mani, so that is why I've written this as a git username. Okay, so just simply type this line and just let me know. Make sure you are putting a git username over here, and don't do any ghai, please. We have 1 hour left, since this is the new subject and new practical to everyone. So do it aram se. Then next time we'll again create a new environment. That will be your new homework or new task, like that. Just let me know once you are finished with typing this line. Don't put any enter. Just see the command. Every word is in small letters, okay? No capital word is there. Done? Okay. Now after that, press enter.
Ma'am, name also in small.
So your name is in small or in capital?
Ma'am, in Git, my name is both in capital or small.
Hi, it's okay, it's okay. Make sure your command is in small. The name, see, anyways, we are
Okay, ma'am.
given this double quoted, no. So make sure your name is in same as it is, which is there in the GitHub account. After that, simply click enter. Then again type this command, git config dash global user dot email, and then type your email address, which is there in the GitHub account. See, like this. No, don't take a screenshot. Don't take a screenshot. There are 4 to 5 commands are there. Then we'll take a screenshot all together. Right now, don't take a screenshot. Just simply type this. First, we have entered the username, correct. Now we have entered the Gmail, which is attached to your GitHub account. Let me know once you have done with this thing. You must have given your Gmail account, right? Email in quotes? No, no, no. Don't write email in quotes. Just simply give a space after user.email command and straight away type your email address. Done? Done? Please press enter. After that, then okay. Now again press enter. See why we leave one line? Because it should not do, it should not look very clumsy, okay? So just simply leave one line. Now type the command. Again type git config global credential dot helper. See the spelling also, CREDENTIAL dot helper space single comma, a single quote, put exclamation mark, AWS space code commit credential dash helper dollar sign and at the rate mark and single inverted comma. Type as it is, which is over here. See the spellings and everything. Done? Ma'am, could you please send the last command here? Okay, just wait a minute. Can I show you the screenshot? Is it okay? Okay, let me type over here. Just wait a minute. Well, the screen is like that. Let me see whether you can zoom it or not. Now, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Now see.
Ma'am, after that we have to press the enter.
Yes. Done? Now you have to type again one command. Git config -- global.
Ma'am,
हाँ
ma'am, that environment wala command we have to write.
which one? नहीं नहीं, वो
Ma'am,
बाय
last
मिस्टेकली
page.
हुआ. नहीं नहीं, मैंने अभी स्क्रीन जूम इन किया ना, तो उसके वजह से हुआ.
Okay.
You have to
Okay,
write
ma'am.
this one only. See this one. After that, please enter and then write the command which I am writing.
Okay, ma'am.
Git config global credential dot use HTTP path U capital H capital and again P capital space true. Done? Okay. Now please take a screenshot of this 4 commands. 1, 2, 3, 4. your username, user email, global credential helper, and then use path. Please take a screenshot of it.
Ma'am, you have to press enter or not?
Press enter, press enter. It will simply give you they will ask you for the next command. That's it. Done? Now those who have done, okay. Now again, click on new tab and again open the AWS Management Console. We have already opened the Management Console twice, okay. First one is what? Your Cloud9, which is where we are working. Second one for IAM user, okay. Now third one for the code commit. So please open that AWS account. I'll switch the tab. Can you see this one, AWS Management Console? Yes, okay. Now here in search, please type code commit and select code commit, this one. See the description, store code in private Git
Ma'am,
repo.
can you repeat?
Okay, okay. In the service or in the search, simply type code commit, type code commit, and as a result, you will see first one, code commit, the first one. So please click on here, code commit. Then you will get this screen, this one. Now again, the repo, that is repository I have already created. You will see 3 hours ago. Since you have not created anything, it will simply show you the empty. So are you getting this screen, this one? Yes or no? Yes, okay, good. Now we want to create the repository, okay? So in Git, that is in the DevOps lab, we saw how to create a repository with the commands, okay, and with the by clicking on the respective folders, okay. So now here we are simply creating the repository in AWS. For that, click on the create repository here, give repository name. So I'm simply giving repository 1. Description, again, it is optional. This enable, this one is also optional. Here see create repository, you will come to know that what is repository and what to do. After that, simply click on the create button. So are you getting this message? Repository successfully created. Yes, okay, good. Now just simply scroll down. See, now your repository is empty, okay. So now please click on the add file and upload the file. Since we are not creating any file, we are simply using it as a demo purpose. So please click on the upload file. Now here, click on the choose file. And please upload any Word document from your laptop. Let me check. Uh, Open. And now author name. So here type your name. give your email address. Commit message, it is optional. A letter you can give the message and simply click on the commit changes. If I upload assignment, then it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It is only for demo purpose. You can upload anything. It will take some time. Are you getting the next screen? After commit changes, are you getting the next screen? I think my file, yeah, it's done. It's still there. Now it is done. See, are you getting this message? This is my file name and has been committed to main. Okay. Please take a screenshot of this one repo, that is your repository one. In that, this is your file name. So since the file is binary and encoding method, so it is unsupported. Yeah, we are doing it for the demo purpose, so this message is okay. And by default here, since we are not using any different files, so by default our branch is main branch. Okay, done. See, highlight your repository name and your file, so that in Viva, if they ask you, just show me your repository that you have created in the AWS and show me the files which have in the repository, so that you can easily show them your screenshots, like this is my screenshot, this is my repository, and this is my files. Done with that. Now here you can see on the right hand side there is one term called as a clone URL. Okay, can you tell me the meaning of clone? Is it push or pull? What is the meaning of clone? Push or pull? Pull. Correct. In Viva, they will ask you, since it's a new syllabus, so they will ask you the basic questions also. Please click here, clone URL, and here click on the first one, that is clone HTTPS. So do you know the full form of HTTPS? Do you know the full form of? Can you tell me what is that? What S stand for? The last one S. What it stand for?
Secure.
Security. Correct. Transfer protocol security. Yes. Good. Done. After that, see, you will get this message. Copied means what? This link is copied into your this host machine. Okay. Done. Now please switch to your Cloud9. Let me switch also. Go back to your Cloud9 environment. Now here type this command git clone and simply paste your link. Done. Type git clone and paste your link, the one we have just copied right now. Let me Just let me know once you have finished with this thing. Yeah, then you have to press enter. See, after that they will give you 3-line message. One is what? Cloning into repo one. Repo one is nothing but your repository that you have created just now. Then our objects, and they will simply give you unpackaging objects like that. Okay, and then it's done. So are you getting this 3-line? What is that? See, make sure you are simply writing the commands properly, because everyone is getting, I guess. Yeah. Again, write the command git clone. It's asking GitHub username and password. Where here it's not asking. If it is asking, then simply give username and password. Those who are getting this screen, please take a screenshot and highlight this git clone and this link also. Highlight this link and these 3 lines. Done? And save it properly, save it number wise. So बाद में आपको कुछ तकलीफ नहीं होगी. Done? Okay. Now again press enter, so that it's like leaving 1 line for the cleanness. Okay. Now here, change the directory. Okay. So type cd, that is your change directory command. And now where you want to go? We want to go in the repository 1. That is our directory. So click repo 1 and press enter. Here you will see that you are in the repository 1 and main is our branch. I think if you remember in the previous practical, after typing this cd, our branch was master, right? So now here our branch is the main. So repo 1 is your repository and main is your branch. Done? Done? Yes or no? Done. Okay. Now next one. Please type git status. Git status and press enter. See here, if you see on your left hand side, your repo 1 is already there in the Cloud9. Why it is there in the Cloud9? Because we have connected the Cloud9. No, we have attached the policy in your repository, if you remember Cloud9, right? That is why your cloud repo 1 is there in the Cloud9. What is not coming? Are you not getting this one, your repository 1 in the Cloud9? Shubham, you please create a new repository. Okay, enter the proper Gmail address and everything. The Gmail address which is there, which is linked to the GitHub account, and then try it. And what about the others? Are you getting this screen repo 1 and then just simply say yes or no? Yes, correct. Okay. Now see, if you click in the repository 1, you will see PT1, that is format and document. This one is there. Okay. Why? Because we have added this document into the repository 1. Your respective document will be there. Okay. Now I want to create a new file. So what I'll do is just simply right click the repository. I'll show you here. Right click it, then here click on the new file. You will see the second last button. Click on the new file and give test2.html like this and press enter. Just this one. New repo, right click, new file, and give name test2.html. Well, I have created the test one in the previous ID, so it's okay. You can give test one, test two, whatever it is.
Ma'am, we have to add this test2.html in repo1 or the new ID folder.
In the repo one only. See, inside the new ID, you have repo one like this, no? See, if you see like this. So inside the repo, click, open the new file and then write test2.html. And just let me know once you have done with it. Done? Okay. Now here, again, please type git status command and press enter. You will get a
Ma'am, your
message
test2.html is outside the repo1.
outside the repo one as in, sorry, I didn't understand.
Like the
See, inside.
test2.html should be, yeah, if
Inside,
it is
see.
inside, it should come below PT1 demo.
It is not coming. Just wait a minute. Let me see.
Just drag and drop in repo one.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am, that can also be done.
Thank you. Like this. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now let me type the git status again. Yeah. So, okay. So it was the behind. Okay. Got it. I by mistakenly click over here. Okay. See, after that, simply type git status command again. And then you will see the test2.html. That is a new file have added into your repository one. And it is highlighted in the red color. So are you getting this line? test2.html. Yes, okay. So please take a screenshot of this thing. Here highlight this test2.html and this one also. Just take a screenshot and save it. Done? Okay. Now click on the test2.html. Let me just go like this. Double click on it. Here you will see a new tab will be open with the name of test2.html. Okay. So are you getting this screen? This one? Yes or no? Okay. Now here, please type exclamation mark and double tap. And automatically you will get this message. not a message. There's different tags. Again, I'll show you. Exclamation mark, okay, and then tab button is there, no? So please double click it. Are you getting this screen? So what is the difference between writing this like in this code and the one you have writing in the WordPad and Notepad? Which one is better? Difference, you know, which one is better? These are the previous methods where you used to write the code in the Notepad, then you used to save it, and then you used to run it on the internet. Which one is better, this one or the previous one? This one, correct? So that this is again the key feature, like why developers, they want to write the code, they want to develop the code in HTML or in the other format in this AWS, okay? Because they give you the predefined data. You just have to change it according to your projects. Now this one is done.
Ma'am, can you repeat the last one? Last statement.
Which one?
The
Text.
doc type.
See here. Put exclamation mark, and then on the keyboard there is a tab button. So please double click it, and you will
Okay.
get the automatically data. And then you can change it according to your project or your application like this. Now done with this one. Okay. Now again, please open the new tab. But here in the new tab, we are going to enter with the name of I am user. Okay. First, let me show you. See here. Can you see this screen? Okay. Here, this is my username, ADVUSER. Now I don't know my password. So please enter over here. After that, click on the security credential. Console password, never signed. Click on the manage button. Click on the auto generated password. And then please uncheck it. Already unchecked only. And simply click on the apply. So this is your password. This is my password like this. So I'll simply open it, close. Done. Are you getting these steps? How to see the password if you forget?
Ma'am, could you repeat it?
Okay, sure. Here in I am user, click on the your user. Okay. This is my username. Click over here, user. Here security credentials is there. Click on the security credential. Now again scroll down. Console password. Click on the managed one. Here auto generate the new password. Click over here. Don't do anything, and then simply click on the apply button. Also do the same. Then they will show you the console password. Click on the show button. Simply copy it and then close it. You can also download the CSV file. Then close it. Done with these steps. Don't close this screen up. Keep this screen. Okay. Now again open the AWS management console. Let me show you. Okay, now here. Can you see this screen? Now here, sign in into the console, log out, because we are going to sign out from the new one. Please sign in. See now here, click on the I am user. Now check your username. What was our username? What was our username? Like this, no? ADV US here. Done? Just wait a minute. See now they will ask you for the account ID. So please open the account, this one, I am user, in the new tab only. It is already there. Can you this one screen? Can you see this screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, so here ADB user, okay, and this is your number. Simply copy this number or type this number here and then write down the again username and then password. I will simply type the number. Yes, or are you done with this thing?
Ma'am, repeat once.
Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, simply open your new incognito window. Simply open that window. I'm getting through this screen. Okay, now in that window, type Amazon or this thing AWS free tier account. बस फिर इधर से ना आपका अगेन लॉग इन करने को दे रहा है फ्री टायर अकाउंट. Open your account in new incognito window only. Click on the sign in. Now here, type this one, this number, and your username will be adv user, and the password that we have already copied. So simply type that password. Done? Just let me know yes or no. If it is done, then here you can see your username. See, adv user, and then location. This doesn't matter, but see your username is there. It means that we have created a new user, okay, but it is still connected with the Cloud9. This is what a collaboration. What is the meaning of collaboration? Two individuals working together, okay, they are simply mutual, working together with a mutual understanding, right? So here also, in new cognitive video, we have created the new user. So my new user is working with the previous one, like this one. This is my new user, and the previous one which I have already created the new account. So are you getting this screen? If yes, then please take a screenshot and simply highlight your username.
Ma'am, I'm able to log in, but there are no recently visited services.
Yeah, it's okay. Because this one was also I have created. I have performed the Cloud9 and EC2. That is why they are showing like this. Now we will see 2-3 commands are there. So we'll see how to collaborate it. Then it's done. So please take a screenshot. Now here, click on the Cloud9. So if you're not getting this visited services, you can see in all services. Then you can go to the developer tools. Then you can click Cloud9. Okay, click over here and share with you. You will see there are currently no AWS Cloud9 environments share with you. Okay. So are you getting this one message? Are you getting this message? No environment is shared with you. Yes. Okay. Now go back to your Cloud9. So if it is say that session is expired, then please log in once again. Then it will reconnect to it. If they say that session is expired, click on the login, then reconnecting, they will reconnect you, and you will get this screen. So are you getting this screen, this one? Yes or no? Yes, okay. Now here in this screen, see on your right hand side, here they'll say the environment members. Okay. Now you want to add the environment. So what we will do, read and write environment members is there. Okay. So here click on the share button. Right now only you are online, correct? Click on the share button and then type the IAM username. So what was our username? Is ADVUSER. So here type ADV. Okay, that is advanced user. And then click on the invite button. Are you getting this screen? Or should I repeat it once again?
Ma'am, repeat.
Okay, wait. Let me cancel it. Okay, see over here on the right hand side, please click on the second one, that is some message or symbol is there. Okay, here you can see only you are online. Okay, now I want to add the environment user. Now we have just created the new account, right? ADV user. So I want to add him into your environment user. So what we'll do is, here on top side you will see share button is there. Okay, so please click on the share button. Correct. Now I am username. So what is our username? Is ADV USER. That is advanced user. This is our username. Okay. Done. After that, click on the invite button. Now don't do anything. Just let me know once you have done with this line. Are you getting this screen security warning up to the security warning? Yes or no? Or should I repeat it once again? Should I repeat it once again or should I go to the next one? So just tell me yes or no so that according to that I'll act. Next one. Okay. Here, please click on the details and advanced option, which is over here. Simply click on it and click on the disable AWS manage temporary credentials like this. Done. And after that, click on the OK button. And then you will get this message, environment member added. So you have granted advanced user, that is our environment member, read write access to this environment. Are you getting this screen, this one? Yes, good. Next, click on the OK button and then here click on the done button. Now here you will see offline, you is offline and advanced user, he is offline. This is what the collaboration is. Understood? Now please go back to your incognito window, that is your advanced user. Please go back and refresh it. To share with you, no, just simply refresh it. You will see the new IDE, this one. It is shared with you. Are you getting this screen? New IDE. Okay. Are you getting this screen? New IDE. Just simply see. Correct. Now here open the IDE. This one. Open IDE. Click on here. In that, you will see test to HTML. See. Now, can you see the content which is here? Sorry. It's okay. The error. Ignore this error. Can you see the content which is over here and the content which is there in your root user are the same? Can you see that?
Ma'am, we can see your advanced user tab.
So this one you are saying, just wait a minute. See this one. Sorry. Here in click on the repo one, then here click on the test2.html. You will see the same content. You don't have to type anything. You will see the same content. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now go to your Cloud9, the Gmail one, your user one, and type anything. Like see, I'm typing anything, but it is reflecting on the new cognitive video, that is your advanced user. And vice versa. If you type here anything, it will reflect the changes into the user, root user. Can you see the difference? So this is what the collaboration, and this is here your chat experiment one ends. Then are you getting this experiment how it works? I know it is a little bit thoda bounce hoga rahega because since it's the first time and so many commands are there, so many new tabs are there, but it's okay. So are you enjoying it while performing this advanced DevOps? I know it is a useless question, but still. If you put interest in every experiment now, you will love it simply. Yes, Shubham, you can simply shut down the camera. Yeah, thanks. So are you getting these two screens? Yes or no? Just simply type yes or no in the chat box so I'll come to know that. Or are you facing any difficulties? Am I not audible? Okay, only Anurag is very attentive. Okay. Now what you have to do is, for the last screenshot, here you can take a screenshot of this whole screen. Just let me show you this tab, this one. You can take a screenshot of anything. Here this whole screen and simply highlight this A and R. R is your root user. This one is your new advanced user and highlight this one. See, these two persons are online. This is how the collaboration is performed in the AWS. Okay, so please take a screenshot of that screen. Shubham, you simply send me the screenshot. I'll tell you. You simply send me on WhatsApp, okay? So done with the first experiment.